Welcome to the Storytellers.
He stood at the rusty gates of St. Alora's Hospital, under a pale moon. The old hospital sign hung by one bolt, creaking in the night. Samuel took a deep breath and pushed the gates open. They groaned like an old door waking up. The air smelled damp and musty, mixed with faint antiseptic turning sour. Inside the empty lobby, dust lay thick on the reception desk. Drawers were open, and yellowed patient files lay scattered on the floor. There were no lights, only Samuel's flashlight cutting through the darkness. In the dust, he saw small, bare footprints leading down a long hallway to his left. He felt a chill, but followed them anyway. The hallway seemed to stretch forever. The walls were cracked and stained. Every few steps, Samuel heard a soft tap or a whisper behind him. He told himself it was just the wind or rats, but something inside him knew it was something else. He reached what used to be the children's ward. Moonlight shone through a broken window onto a colorful drawing pinned to a board. Crayon lines showed a happy child under a crooked building. Below, written in pencil, were the words, "They come at night." Samuel tucked the drawing into his pocket, thinking proof of a ghost story would make his video famous. But the door behind him slammed shut, and he froze in fear. Next, he found the nurse's station with an old intercom covered in dust. He pressed a button, hoping for even a little noise. The intercom crackled, then let out a long, hollow sigh. Then came a sudden high laugh of a child, tiny and empty. Samuel yanked his hand away and stumbled back. His flashlight guided him down a narrow stairway to the basement. The air smelled of rot and something darker. At the bottom, rusted gurneys lined the walls, their wheels stuck as if waiting for patients who would never come back. Drip, drip. A slow sound echoed from a cracked sink. A dark puddle formed below it. Samuel's heart pounded. He found the old operating room. The door stood half open. Inside, the tiled walls were stained, and the metal table in the middle was scratched. As he stepped closer, he saw a shadow move in the corner. His flashlight swung wildly, but caught nothing. The room felt heavy, like someone was watching him. Then he heard soft footsteps behind the room's closed door, gentle even. Samuel wanted to run but could not move. The steps circled the table, coming closer. He held his breath until just at the edge of his light, a little girl stood there in a torn white dress. Her eyes were dark holes, and her smile was too wide. Samuel dropped his flashlight. It spun and threw strange shadows on the walls. He didn't wait. He raced up the stairs, his breath sharp in his chest. Behind him, he heard her laughter, echoing through the halls. He burst out the front door and into the cool night air, running until the hospital was just a dark shape behind him. Under the moon, he stopped and looked back. In the top window of St. Alora's, a small figure watched him, her head tilted the same way. Samuel shook his head, convincing himself it was just his eyes playing tricks. But in his pocket, the drawing felt cold and real. He knew then that some doors, once opened, cannot be closed.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe our channel for more interesting stories.